Okay, I know my review of Monday Night Raw is like one day late, forgive me, but real quickly, can we please talk about Ricky Starks in NXT? Well, correct myself. The name he is now going by in NXT is Ricky Saints. I've been seeing a lot of critique online for this name. It's a stupid name. They don't like it. If I'm correct, I'm pretty sure this is rooted in Ricky being from New Orleans. New Orleans, the Saints, like it all makes sense. I'm not crazy about the name change, not necessarily, but if he likes it, then I love it. Also, Moose is in NXT and wants Obafemi like title for title potentially. I'm in. Moose versus Obafemi has been like a NXT versus TNA dream match for like the longest time. I don't know when it's going to happen. Maybe NXT Stand and Deliver, but I will be there for it. What's this I hear about the Hardy Boys being on WWE NXT next week? We're about, what, 2-3 years removed from the Hardy Boys' last appearance in WWE, and it's on the NXT brand. If this was on your bingo cards, we should go out more often. Let's just say NXT has been cooking recently, and they've been cooking for a very long time, so maybe it's time your boy actually starts watching NXT weekly. Admittedly, Monday Night Raw is the only weekly wrestling show that I watch, but maybe it's time to add a second. But that may have to wait until next week, depending on if you guys actually want to hear me talk about NXT or not. Let's get into the February 17th edition of Monday Night Raw. The show opened up with a Sami Zayn promo. I don't think Sami Zayn has missed a single episode since Raw went to Netflix. And Nosy will get you TV time, let that be known, but he was on here talking about Kevin Owens, how he got stabbed in the back, he got pile driven, he wants Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber. Adam Pearce comes out and he's like, Sami, medical told you no, I told you no, the answer is no. Your neck is hanging on by needle and thread. I don't know why you're out here, but you're not facing Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber, give it a break. And Sami pleads his case, he's like, yo, me and Kevin Owens have history, you know this, you've been there in the ROH days, you don't even gotta sanction this match basically. But I want Kevin Owens. He's like, if I give you this match, there's nothing stopping Kevin Owens from killing you. Sami's like, if you give me this match, there's nothing stopping me from killing Kevin Owens. Ooh. So the match is now official for Elimination Chamber. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, unsanctioned match. I don't know when's the last unsanctioned match we had in WWE, but this should be really good. I'm almost certain Kevin Owens will win this match and we will get a rematch at WrestleMania, but I'm excited to see what they do in this match. They've had a bajillion of matches in their careers. They're much older now. They're not going to be going balls to the wall the way that El Generico and Kevin Steen did back in 2010. But I'm sure give them a little bit of color and they will cook something up. We got AJ Styles versus Dominik Mysterio. It was a nice little TV match. Kind of hard to have a bad AJ Styles match, you know, and Dominik Mysterio is improving little by little as years goes on. He's still not quite on his dad's level in the ring, but I think in like maybe a year's time, maybe 2 years time, he's going to be there, especially because him being a heel, I feel like restricts him in what he's able to do, because obviously when you're a heel, you're not supposed to go out there and start wowing the crowd doing like all these high aerialistic spots, because that's how you turn yourself babyface indirectly. Dominik is still the sniveling little shit heel that he is, but in the ring, I think he is improving. Something that he got a lot of criticism for when he first came into WWE. Anyway, AJ Styles won the match, and immediately after, Braun Breaker goes to spear him, and he accidentally spears Dominik Mysterio. There's a really dope spot happens where Braun Breaker rips off his shirt, and he throws it at AJ Styles, and he catches it in one arm, and everyone's like, oh my god, 1,000+ oral. AJ Styles versus Braun Breaker is the WrestleMania program. That's fine with me. I am here for it. I'm sure they will have a really good match. Also, we need to get the ball rolling with these WrestleMania storylines, because we're 2 months away, and there's only like, what, 2 matches confirmed. Only like you can name 4 matches that seem like they're on the horizon. Everything else is just kind of up in the air. This is a show that the cheapest ticket's like $500-$600, and there's only 2 matches confirmed. So WWE, I need y'all to get it together. After that, we got Ivy Nile versus Dakota Kai in a #1 contenders match for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. If you guys recall, Lyra Valkyria versus Dakota Kai was the first match that took place for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, in which Lyra won the match. It'd also be Lyra's only match on Raw for like a month and a half. Ivy Nile had like a pretty decent match, I would say. That's all Dakota Kai pick up the win, so we're getting a rematch, presumably at Elimination Chamber or somewhere in the near future. I don't mind seeing Dakota Kai and Lyra face off in a rematch. I do think it's kind of odd that they seem like they were building up Ivy Nile for this spot and then she just lost. I personally would have just had Ivy win this match and then just do Ivy versus Lyra, because if you're going to be telling this story with Ivy and American Made, then why not have her go after the IC Championship, which they are having her do. But to have her lose this match just seems like Okay. Like, we didn't need this match just to get a rematch with Dakota and Lyra. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not the biggest Ivy Nile fan, but I don't really feel like she needed to get pinned in order for this to happen. Gunther making his entrance through the crowd like Jay Uso does and like mocking the Yeet honestly might have been the funniest thing on the whole show. And he's cutting the same promo he does kind of like every week, like I outclassed Jay, I beat Jay, Jay's a scrub, Jay isn't ready. A little redundant, a little tedious, but you know, him coming through the crowd made it a bit more effective because it's something different. They saw him get on top of the commentary table, he said, all right, that's enough. He made a beeline for the ring. Again, Jay versus Gunther will probably main event one of those nights at WrestleMania. Get ready for it. I know some people are pro Tiffany Charlotte because Charlotte won the Rumble, but Charlotte and Tiffany this is carrying Monday Night Raw. Charlotte and Tiffany is not carrying SmackDown. So it should be very simple. We had a rematch between Penta and Pete Dunne, and also this shot is so fucking sick. This match is alright. Not as good as the first match they had, but not insulting either. Ludwig Kaiser was out there to spectate, and it indirectly cost Pete Dunne the match. Penta got the win. We're very much inching close to a Pete Dunne and Ludwig Kaiser partnership, and I'm ready for it to happen. Raw and SmackDown both are in need of new tag teams, and that could be a nice one to play off of. I could easily see Ludwig and Pete Dunne versus maybe Penta and Ray at WrestleMania or something like that. Roxanne Perez made her Monday Night Raw debut going up against Raquel Rodriguez for the right to be in the Elimination Chamber match. This match is okay, definitely a little odd considering Roxanne Perez has been a heel on NXT for the better part of a year and a half, and she went into this match and she was the babyface. Basically had to work de facto babyface because Raquel is also a heel, but because she has the height advantage, by proxy, you know, you get a David and Goliath type battle. And if David and Goliath are both heels, well, I think by proxy, fans are just going to choose to cheer for David. That's kind of what happened here, and it worked out fairly for the better, I guess. Naomi and Bianca came out to corner Liv Morgan in their Bring It On gear. I love the Bring It On inspired gear from them. Grew up watching that movie a lot with my sister by force, but still, Gabrielle Union would be proud, for sure. Real question is, does this make Liv Morgan Kirsten Dunst? And I think it does. Distraction caused a roll up from Roxanne onto Raquel for the pin. Roxanne Perez is officially in the chamber match alongside Bianca, Naomi, Bayley, Liv Morgan, and Alexa Bliss. I know Bianca and Naomi kind of get the float between Raw and SmackDown, but Alexa Bliss is truly the only SmackDown star in this match. I think that's so funny. I mean, I get it because this is to determine who faces Rhea, who is a Raw Women's Champion, but still. I honestly would not even be mad if Alexa Bliss won this match. I think there is a good case for her to win. Honestly, there's a case for every woman to win this match, maybe except Bayley, but every woman to win this match. It's unpredictable, and I love it. New Day came out to the ring in some drip, and I like that. Then Dragon Lee and I'm drawing a blank on who these other Raul Mendoza and don't tell me Joaquin Wilde. Look at me, I popped myself just by remembering these names. I'm so bad. Anyway, they came out to attack the New Day. I'm so ready for this story to just be done with. Like, have the match and move on so that way these guys can be doing something else. I just don't care about this feud. The main event was Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the final spot in the Elimination Chamber match. If you've seen Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor matches, they are generally always good. This is nothing great, but it was a good TV match. Finn Balor had some nice host spots in there, but I am so sorry for any Finn Balor fans out there, but his days of being in the main event have passed him by several years ago. I honestly am shocked that people honestly thought Finn Balor had a chance. I like Finn Balor. I've been a fan of Finn Balor since his NXT days. I've been watching this man for going on 11, 12 years now. Since the Prince Devitt days in New Japan, baby. Every other week on this platform or Twitter or TikTok, I see the Finn Balor, please push Finn Balor posts come up every once in a while, and I say, y'all don't learn, do we? Y'all don't learn. Finn Balor had one shot, one moment, one dream. 9 years ago, SummerSlam 2016. He won the title, got his moment, got hurt the same match, relinquished the title the next night, and they given up on him ever since. And especially when it comes to him versus Seth Rollins. It's literally the same song and dance every single time, and he always loses. Every time, but I respect y'all keeping hope alive. Seth Rollins is officially in the chamber, and this is just a stacked match. Anybody can win. I got my bet on one person, but anybody can take this match, and I don't think I'd be too upset about it. Overall, I thought was a pretty decent show. Nothing too crazy, but what did you guys think? Comment down below. Let me know. Talk more soon.